How about now? Can you hear me now? Okay. Sorry, can you hear me now? Hopefully people can hear me now. Thank you, new Kappa Calvin. I didn't realize I had the wrong mic setting up on uh, for my Streamlabs. So hopefully you can hear me now. But anyway, into draft, as we have Irelia picked for KB first, followed by the Amumu and the Karthus, which is a very interesting pick combination there for Nock is Matthew. Karthus not a pick we've seen that much of recently, I think. Definitely not expecting that to be a Karthus mid if Wesh is playing mid lane, so we're expecting a Karthus jungle maybe with an Amumu support. So that's going to be fun. And the Heimerdinger is going to get picked away on KB. That is a pick away from Flesh as well. So that's going to go support, which was became the flavor at Worlds last season, or is it still a mid lane, or it could go top even. But we got some fun champions already picked up here. And the Ashe is going to get locked in as well for KB. So we've seen, we still see a little bit of Ashe support here or there. I believe Ice Cold Bro played it in one of their games, at least one of their games. I don't know how many other people are still playing it. It could be like an Ashe Heimerdinger bot lane, which is a very, very safe and very uh, kind of dominant lane down there. Very hard to play against. So we'll see if that's what we're going to do. And they're going to see the Vayne coming out for Kim Peter. Here it is. It's time to raise your Kim Peters, folks. The Vayne. Actually, I believe he's not the only one on that team can play it, but that's what you expect for Nock is mainly. Nock is Matthew, I'm sorry. Is you expect the Kim Peter Vayne, but we'll see. Second phase of bans coming through. There's Lux and the Zillion banned away from Flesh. I believe Cusco's Poison has played Lux mid at least once so far in the Legacy Cup. Taking a while on the last ban. It's the Akali. Okay, another assassin type taken away. And the Ornn is going to be the last ban, so taking away that tanky top laner. You have a Karthus and a Vayne, that's already a lot of damage. So you just kind of, want to avoid them from stacking a front line in front of that. So I think fairly smart ban there overall. So we'll see what the last picks are going to be here in second phase. And is it the Galio for Flesh? And it is. Okay, one of his originally known champions, along with the Anivia. I think it kind of went to the wayside for Flesh for a while in favor of other things, but he's still capable of playing it. And when you already have a Karthus and a Vayne on your team to do damage, of course Galio can still build full AP and have a bit of burst, but just have somebody else who brings a lot of CC to your team to let the Karthus and Vayne go to work, and also provide some little bit of burst there as well. Mordekaiser is going to be the response here from KB, a champion that was pretty god tier at least at the very beginning of preseason in the jungle. Not sure if that has changed at all. I believe they've nerfed the green pet, whatever that's called, Moss something. I don't know if that was one he used. I think a lot of people were using the green pet. But still probably a strong pick there, and also very flexible. You can play him top, you can even play him mid, and there's the Sylas coming out there as well. So I do believe now that this is a Mordekaiser jungle with Ashe, Heimerdinger bot lane, Sylas, and Irelia can, I guess, swap mid or top, but I would expect Sylas mid and Irelia top. So very brawly on that team. They want to fight Irelia, Sylas, Mordekaiser. They like getting in your face. Not a whole bunch of straight up like massive CC abilities there for them, but lots of damage, lots of skirmish potential, and it's the Maokai on the other side. Interesting. That's another support jungle top flex. Um, So they can move their comp around a lot too. For Nock is Matthew. But yeah, they basically have their Vayne, Karthus with a Maokai, a Mumu, Galio to lock people down. If you can lock down the Ashe and CC the Aurelia before she can start dashing around and life stealing, and then Karthus and Vayne get some time to get off their DPS, even if you want to go a little Inting Karthus in the middle of a team fight and still get down some damage with his whatever his E is called. So very kind of expected. Nock is Matthew comp, where you have a bunch of CC and tanky people with a Vayne, assuming the Vayne is Kimpeter. And the other side has a lot of Bear Jr., Cusco's Poison, Kirk Seven. Even these guys are known for kind of high mechanics and wanting to fight, wanting to be aggressive, and they have a lot of champions to do that as well. So I think identities for both of these teams have kind of been what we would expect with these players, and I'm really excited to see them in their element, which one is going to come out on top. So um, both of these teams winning both of their first two games in week one 2-0, so their overall record 4-0, I believe. I don't know if they're the only two teams with that score, but at the very least, they're both tied for first, so we'll see if that's going to change tonight. Are we going to have a team 2-0 and have a commanding lead in the early season, or are we going to be tied at 1-1 here? Personally, I'm pulling for the tie, but we'll see how it goes. Let me check and see how we're going here. We got a few people we're kind of waiting, or it looks like one player we're still kind of waiting on. But they wanted to go ahead and get the draft underway, so hopefully they won't be too long. Looks like they got some is that sketch league or something going on in the lobby while they're waiting. I am going to attempt something I haven't done before. And that is going to be to run an ad since we're still waiting. So let me change something here. What is going on? Something's going on with my Streamlabs on accident. There we go. I went to the wrong scene. Okay, we're back to the front. Now I'm going to attempt to run an ad. So anybody who is still here, be patient with us while we wait on our last brother to join the game, and we'll get into game here shortly. So stick around for KB versus KIM, Week 2 of the Legacy Draft, right after this. And we're back from the ad break. That was fun. And we're still waiting on our last brother. So if anybody in Twitch chat has any questions for me, doesn't have to be about League. Just kill some time. See what wisdom I can spare for you. We have confirmation that Tyler's PC is turning on now, so we should hopefully be underway in the next couple minutes. Tyler's quite the scrub. Well, it's a little rude, but I mean, in light of the circumstances, he's kind of making everybody wait for this hot League of Legends action, so I can see where you're coming from on that. Oh, looks like he's online. Oh, looks like he's in the lobby. They're shuffling around, because you know, when we're already almost 20 minutes late, you still got to make sure that you get in the right lineup order. And there we are. We're going to move over to the client while we watch the draft unfold that we already watched. In their current lineup, it is Bear Jr. top, Gurg 7 jungle, Cusco's poison mid, Mistborn 80 carry, and I am the high ground support. On the other side, oh, that's funny. I still only see enemies for the red side. Enemy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even as a spectator, I only get to see the names on one side. Thanks, Rito. So far, it's Karthus picked first, Maokai second. I don't know the names of the players yet still. Guess we'll find that out in loading screen. Galio number 3. I do expect that to be Fwesh for sure.
You're scared. Good to know.
So we'll see what trading happens here, but as it stands, it's well, I guess I can't tell. I don't know. I can't see the names of the players for Kim, so I don't know what order they're lined up in. Maybe if I could have remembered from the lobby what order they were lined up in, I could tell you, but I don't. So I would expect the Karthus to be jungle, Maokai to be top, with the Vayne and Mumu bot. But I mean, it could be like Karthus Maokai bot with the Vayne top and a Mumu jungle. You know, you never know. And I think maybe Fwesh would be somebody who would want to change things up and catch you off guard. Maybe they're doing some role swaps. I don't know. So we'll see. We always want to see Kim Peter on the Vayne, but they might be switching it up on us. So here we go now into loading screen. Oh, whoops. Why did I do that? I don't know. Obviously, we can't see that yet because we're on a spectator delay. Silly me. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and run another ad break. So stick around. We'll be back for the actual game finally after this. Okay, and I think something funny and dumb happened. We are back from the ad break, and looks like while we were waiting on spectator delay, the lobby closed when they got into game. So somebody must have messed something up, and now we're making the lobby again. Woohoo! This is the high quality League of Legends content you all come here for. It's the Legacy Cup, so you couldn't expect any different, am I right? Looks like we had someone's computer crash, maybe. Starting on Symphonia time. I don't know. I think we're starting to push past Symphonian time. I feel like Symphonian time is late, but not like. I mean, we're getting on 30 minutes late. I feel like. I mean, maybe that is Symphonian time. I would have said like 15 to 20 minutes late is Symphonian time. So anyway, I can't run any more ads. There's like a time limit on ads, apparently. So, uh, gotta wait for that. But we'll still just sit around and wait. Moist. Yes, Twitch chat say the word moist because you know that somebody watching doesn't like that word. Anybody in Twitch chat doing something else fun while they're waiting for this to start? Copy pasta. Yeah, copy pasta is fun. I feel like this is not, not the best copy pasta we've had, but it's good. I still think the Fiesta is probably the best copy pasta we've had. Go ahead and exclamation point Fiesta. Anybody? Okay, looks like Tizzy's computer's back. Hopefully. So we're gonna remake the lobby for him. Dang, that's pretty cold. -10. Okay. I think we have our lobby going again. I think we're all full. And we have our lobby going again. We are in Champ Select for the second time. 32 minutes past game time. Let's go, as they say. Let's get through these picks and bans quickly, please, and get into our highly anticipated match. Or we could just take the full time. Still taking our full time.
You're scared. Good to know.
Kim really like taking their full time on this 35-minute late lobby. Let's lock in those picks and go, gents. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. All right. So it's been a while since we actually talked about the champions in this game. Um, Once again, Aurelia, Mordekaiser, Silas, Ashe, Heimerdinger. Irelia's Bear Jr. very prevalent. Always been one of his scarier champions. Interesting to see, or fun to see Gurg 7 in the jungle. We'll see what he does on the Mordekaiser. And on the other side, we still only see enemies 1 through 5 for some reason, so I don't know who's playing what yet. But we will find that out here shortly. So we now get to spectator delay. Which means we'll be looking at right before 8:40 p.m. before the stream is actually in Summoner's Rift. Pretty close to 8 o'clock. Unfortunately, the other 3 matches tonight, I'm pretty sure are also happening at the same time as this one. It's scheduled was 2 games at 6 and 2 games at 8 every Monday and Wednesday, but one game or both of the 6 o'clock games pushed back to 8 or even maybe 9 Central, maybe for one of them, for availability reasons to get the most players, which is cool. But it sucks that all the matches are occurring at the same time, so we don't have as many people able to watch. Or if we had, availability from the other games, maybe the other match that was supposed to be at 8 could be streamed as well. But here we are. We're making it work. I'm going to go ahead and run another ad for a minute. That way, when we come back, it'll be pretty close to Summoner's Rift. So stick around. Hopefully, this time it'll be for real, and we won't have to laugh and come back here at 9 o'clock to start the game. We'll see you soon. Okay, and we are back from our ads, and we will be getting into Lotus Spring here momentarily. New Kappa Calvin, what is your opinion in each team's ticket to win after the draft? Well, for Kim, it looks. Sorry, one second. For Kim, obviously, it looks like okay. They have, they have a Vayne. So, if the likes of the Aurelia, uh, I mean, if it's hard to dive the Vayne through the Amumu, through the Galio, through the Maokai, um, there's just so much CC and peel there. And Aurelia is a pretty good diver. Silas, kind of, especially depending on what ult he takes. But for Kim, it's obviously, kind of peel for the Vayne. But the Karthus pick is fun because even if they kill Karthus, like, he's still going to deal damage to you, like, while you're trying to fight the rest of the team. So that's why, you have this team, like, against the Silas, Aurelia, Mordekaiser, these people that want to be on top of you. Even if you kill Karthus, he's like, okay, while you're trying to kill my tanks, here's some more damage. So it's an interesting pick, and I really like it. It's also a Tizzy special. But it looks like we are getting onto the Rift, so let me... get set up here. Ooh, I just kind of jumped a second because my game was... my Streamlabs was kind of messing up. Okay, now I have to remember how to do this. How do I make the thing in the middle stay up? I honestly don't remember. So I can hold tab, that's fine. Alright, so it is actually Kimpeter on the Vayne, Super Kami Pango on the Amumu support, and it is Syracuse on the Maokai jungle. So Tizzy playing Karthus. And oh, look at this. It is Kimpeter in the top lane. Kimpeter versus Bear Jr. on the Vayne top with a Karthus Amumu bot lane. I like it. I like seeing the mix up. Let me move those photos around. There we go. Okay. We did already get the cleanse from Ashe, I think. Or no, maybe they were just pinging that she had it. Here we go on the trade top. Bear Jr. goes in. Kimpeter is getting some trade off, but Bear Jr. does more damage. The Aurelia stacks are up. There's the exhaust from Kimpeter. And, oh, the flash in the ward. A tumble gets him. First blood for Kimpeter. Very nicely done. Taking the exhausts. I know that's tilting. They both used their flash, but well done from Kimpeter to get the kill. Bear Jr. is going to go ahead and TP back to lane, but that is first blood for Kimpeter, and that's not what you want to see if you are Caligma Bobway. We're seeing full clears from the junglers. Mordekaiser is clearing a little bit faster, as I think you kind of expect. Clearing from red side up, he can AoE the Raptors and the Krugs with his passive really well. So he is a little bit ahead on the Maokai on his clear. Ooh, that's a nice stun. Computer's too far for Aurelia to do anything about it. Vayne has to be really careful here, though. The wave is pushing away from him, and he has no TP. So this is actually a pretty bad spot, even though he got the first blood. It's pretty dangerous for him. The Aurelia can easily kill him at this point if he's able to get on top of him, and he doesn't have the TP to get back to lane. So, first blood is nice. Wave state's a little awkward, I think, at this point, but the junglers are both coming up here, so we'll see if we see a fight in the top side once the junglers get up here. Kuzco's poison goes in. He misses the chains, the abscond, I think. I'm not 100%. Nice dodge from Fwesh, who returns a little bit of damage with the Aftershock and the knockup. But Kuzco's Poison up to a nice CS lead. This wave, however, is shoving into Fwesh, so we'll see if he's able to even out that CS lead. Topside Vayne is finally recalling down 8 CS already, and Bear Jr. walks up and stops him. I'm saying this because I see it on the minimap. Meanwhile, Fwesh goes in. Ooh, the the E for Silas gets Fwesh taking a lot of damage from these minions. Is going to be now losing a lot on this health trade. Takes the Q as well. Here's Syracuse on the outside, but Greg7 knows this is dangerous. Oh, that's a nice twisted advance from Syracuse. He dodges out on the chains from Kuzco's Poison. That surely would have been a flash, I think, with Mordekaiser right behind him to pull him back. Possibly a kill if he wasn't able to flash in time. So, nicely timed W from Syracuse. Who's behind a camp and who's going to get double scuttled here, but I think that's something that you kind of expect. Syracuse is hanging around maybe for a flash root or something. Flesh is going in, and Kuzco's Poison just dashes away from that. Meanwhile, topside, again, we talked about that lane state. Look at the CS difference here. Kimpeter got his recall off for boots and a dagger. There's a little bit of nice damage there with the silver bolt, but down 16 CS, and now he's under the turret, and Aurelia even has a chance to pick up more here, except he's taking a lot of damage from Vayne on the way out. Ooh, that's a nice Q there, and that's the automatic cleanse there out of Mistborn. Super Kami Pengu takes a lot of damage on the way out, and the Ignite too, taking him down. Not going to kill him, but that's a lot of damage on Super Kami Pengu, and now he has to be really careful. In fact, there's not a ton of dive potential here with this team. or not a lot of engage anyway, but he has to be wary of the poke. Tizzy also takes some poke there, and he's low on mana, which is pretty bad for Karthus. Hard for him to farm if he doesn't have mana for his lay waste. So they're even though in CS bot. So overall, no more kills to be had, but a 300 gold lead for Caligma Bobway, even though first blood was gained by Kimpeter thanks to this farm advantage that they have topside and in the jungle now, with a little bit of CS in the mid lane now, about 4 minions. So Aurelia's build is now officially complete with the Vampire Scepter. So even though Vayne gets the first blood, not really the end of the world. He gets his Vamp Scepter, he's up over 10 CS. Ooh, that's a nice stun, and the Condemn is down from Kimpeter. There's no flash. This is going to be hard for him to live. Another tumble, maybe. Oh, he gets the exhaust, and he turns around for some Silverbolt damage. It's going to even out the health trade a little bit, but Kimpeter still has to be very careful. Flashes will be up soon. Here are both the junglers. Syracuse is low, though. Why is he wanting to go in on this? Oh, because Galio's behind him with the ultimate. Here he comes, and the Aurelia ult goes wide. There's the flash, and here's Cusco's Poison with the flash and the engage. Syracuse also goes down. Double kill for Cusco's Poison, and the delayed roam from Cusco's Poison is almost bad news for KB, but he turns around in the end. Better late than never, and they're going to get 2 kills onto the... the bandage toss from Super Kamipengo goes wide, and there's the exhaust onto Mistborn to prevent the return damage. Nice turret blocking the bandage toss. Both flashes used on the carries down here, and the turret is just blasting away at Amumu, who has to get out of dodge quickly. So double sums used on the carries in the bot lane. No ignite for Heimerdinger, but Super Kamipengo does have his. However, he's so low, if he goes in, he's almost guaranteeing his own death at this point. So very close from Tizzy to be able to get that kill onto Mistborn, but he does force the flash. Ooh, turret shot. And they're just going to recall after that, maybe. Oh, High Ground's still sticking around. Cusco's Poison is also here on the roam. Oh, he steals the Maokai ult, who doesn't even have his own ult, and he's going to use it against him. And that is what we call domination there. Cusco's Poison goes on a killing spree, kills you with his own ult when you can't even use it yourself. And Syracuse is now going to start falling pretty far behind here. He's already down camps, and now he's down 2 kills. Cusco's Poison is going to be feeling really strong. It's a nice little damage trade here. The Aftershock means Flesh doesn't take much from all those passive autos from Cusco's Poison. Another knock up there, and the Justice Punch, and Mordekaiser just solos out the Dragon, knowing that Syracuse is off the map and is going to struggle, plus the bot lane, Tizzy and Super Kamipengo had to recall. So nice, over 1,500 gold lead and a dragon now for KB. He's looking pretty strong in the early game for them, and we're going to see if they can keep expanding on that as we're going to get close to the 10-minute mark here in the game. Everything kind of quiets down for now. Still a nice CS lead topside. Ooh, the stun connects, but Kimpeter has enough distance with the Condemn that Bear Jr. can't dive on him. Berserker Greaves and a Doran's Blade versus Vamp Scepter, Cole, Doran's Shield. Ooh, again, condemns into the stun and has to flash away after Bear Jr. gets the ultimate off. Kimpeter also using his own ultimate. Cusco's Poison on the roam, has complete control over the mid lane, and now he's hunting for Syracuse. He's going to get another kill on him here, it looks like. Oh, maybe the Bramble Smash is going to get him to safety. Here's Flesh, but Mordekaiser is around the other side. He just wants to get out of dodge. At this point, Flesh is healthy enough. He's fine. Assault is going to hit nothing, and Syracuse barely lives with a nice, I think it's called Bramble Smash. But Cusco's Poison is making his presence felt all over the map here after those first couple kills. He's getting the push in mid and then going hunting for Syracuse in the jungle. He's almost killed him twice in his own jungle. As the gold lead continues to expand here for KB. Much bigger and bigger CS leads gains top in jungle, and now mid and bot have about 10 CS as well. So winning lanes all across the map after the first blood by Kimpeter. And at this point, I think they just want to scale and get the Karthus and Vayne into the late game. So maybe giving up another dragon or so and just kind of holding on until they can get some items here before they really start contesting objectives. Fwesh maybe looking for a roam, but he goes back mid. Oh, he's going to come back because they went ahead and spawned the Rift Herald. This will kill this turret if it charges. Syracuse and Fwesh are on the way, but right now it's just Kimpeter. Here's the charge. Turret. Oh, it didn't kill it. Did I think I had less health than I thought? But here goes Bear Jr. to go and finish it himself. There's the stolen Galio ult. Kuzco's point is in. The turret's not dead yet, so he's taking turret shots. He has to flash over the wall. Syracuse is going for him, but he's not going to get him. He doesn't have his flash. He can't flash W. Kuzco's poison over the wall. And instead, we see some ultimates traded there, but no kills. And the turret still barely lives with maybe a couple autos of health. Mordekaiser is staying here because he wants to force down this turret. Kimpeter had to recall, but Syracuse and Flesh are still here. They don't want to give them this first turret and the last turret plate on it yet, so they're going to back away from this. Bear Jr. getting really risky there, walking up to try to auto that turret down, gets condemned into the wall, but the stolen Galio ult by Kuzco's poison to dive in and save the day, and everybody gets out with their life, even though Kuzco's poison had to flash over the wall. Very exciting stuff here. Is now almost a 3,000 gold lead for KB as we get here to the 12-minute mark. Oh, we see another ultimate here topside. Kimpeter's really low. Bear Jr. is going to walk him down. Another dash is going to do it. Oh, the W barely doesn't get it. Kimpeter barely walks out, but look at this CS deficit now. Almost 50 is the advantage for Bear Jr., and he finally does get that turret. So full turret plates, first turret bonus gold, and over 50 CS. This is going to be a very scary Aurelia. Hasn't even finished one item yet. Going to come back with the Blade of the Ruin King on his recall, I can't imagine, and Vayne with just the Noon Quiver and the boots. It's going to be hard. Just going to have to turtle up here against his inner turret. Try not to let him take too many more objectives while he continues to farm. And KB are off to a really good start. Bot lane, not a whole lot has happened. We had that one exchange earlier where both carries used their flash. Since then, the CS difference has stayed about 10. Here's finally comes Gurg 7. That's a nice Ashe ultimate on the Tizzy. Syracuse is here. The empowered, I guess you call it empowered, Heimerdinger ultimate also to stun him, but the ultimate from Maokai is going to dissuade him. Another good stun from Bear Jr. Can't follow it up, but it still looks nice. Oh, he dashes in, takes a turret shot on the way out. Oh, Kimpeter wants to chase him down. This is very scary. He hasn't completed his Blade of the Ruin King. Silver bolts. Oh, the condemn gets him. Nice outplay there. Dragon number 2 goes for KB, but that is going to be a nice pickup for Kimpeter. Down over 50 CS, and Bear Jr. stuck around. If he would have gotten back and finished his Blade of the Ruin King, that would not have happened. But he stays on the map with his gold, and Kimpeter punishes him for it. Still going to be pretty far behind, I think. The CS means a lot, but it's going to help Vayne kind of get towards the first item here a lot quicker. We're going to see just 1 or 2 more camps for Gurg 7 to finish up the countdown on his jungle item. Moss Stone something. Syracuse just a little bit behind, although he's down a lot of CS. Bear Jr. is going to go ahead and take these wolves here. While there's not really a ton of safety for him to farm top at the moment, so takes the camp away from his jungler, who's ahead himself by over 20 CS, so it's not a big deal. We're going to see a siege coming in bot here. Heimerdinger turrets going down just to get some turret damage here. Plates, of course, are already gone, but looking to siege down this second turret of the game. Still pretty healthy, but now they're getting all their Ash Shadows off on it. Less than half health. Here's Mordekaiser around the side, maybe looking for a gank, but clears the ward. Cusco's Poison also living kind of in this bot jungle. Now he's going to come up behind Fwesh. Fwesh is pretty tanky. He just used the W to not really take any damage. Dashes out of there. Spectre's Cowl and Merc Treads. Ooh, Kimpeter's going for it again because here comes Syracuse. Gets the root. Gonna knock him away. Kimpeter gets another kill. Galio ult just for the assist is gonna feel nice. And now Kimpeter with 3 kills. Doesn't have his cringe bow completed yet. However, it's pretty close. I'm sure it will be on the next recall, as he's going to get some work done on this turret. Bear Jr. does have TP. He might use it here to stop the turret going down, I think. But still a 3,500 gold lead here for KB. It has kind of stymied a little bit, or halted, I guess I should say, in the last 3 or 4 minutes, thanks to those couple kills from Kimpeter. Ooh, Rip Cannon. Mistborn missed it. But even with that kill, they back off the top side before the Rift Herald spawns, and then KB says, okay, you guys back out of top, we're going to move in. They're going to take the second Rift Herald of the game. Turret plate's, of course, already gone, but they can use this maybe to crack open mid or bot and get more space for themselves on the map as they want to push into this mid game and maintain their strong lead that they have so far. Looking at a Dragon Soul win condition now, as they already have 2 stacked up, and they're probably going to be the stronger team still when the third one spawns. So gonna keep the pressure up with this Rift Herald whenever they decide to use it. You don't want to let off the gas. Here comes Bear Jr. He's not even using it because they can probably just walk this one down. Ooh, the ult from Syracuse is big. Oh, that's a nice taunt and a nice Galio or Amumu ultimate, but there's not a whole lot of damage here. Bear Jr. is able to get out. Cusco's Poison heals with the W, flashes out. Ignite's not going to get him. They started the fight, but there wasn't enough damage, and they make it out with a 1-for-0. No Vayne and no Karthus. There was not enough damage. What a clutch stopwatch that was from Cusco's Poison to get that kill and get out with his life. Here comes the TP from Cusco's Poison. Gurg7 is here as well, so they're going to dissuade them from returning that kill onto the mid turret. And a great defense on a really strong engage there. And they also get to keep their bot lane bot and just push that turret down in the meantime. Number disadvantage doesn't matter. We'll take your kill mid lane and we'll take your turret bot. Have some cake and eat it too. KB now 5,000 gold ahead and are looking to cruise into this mid game as the third dragon of the game spawns. Super Kami Pingu, he looks for Cusco's Poison, but there's not enough damage. He just dashes out. Bear Jr. is topside. He does not have teleport. If they know this knowledge, they can use this to start off this dragon fight. Looks like they're going to kind of willingly give up position for the dragon for Bear Jr. to get down this damage and use the Rift Herald to get a turret. I think you are... Oh, here comes the Empowered Rocket. Doesn't matter. Nice smite from Syracuse. And they're going to keep the push going topside. They're taking the gold over the early Dragon Soul win condition. And they're trying to stop him from being able to recall so that Bear Jr. can keep pushing. He gets another turret in the top side. Here comes an Ashe ultimate. It hits onto Super Kami Pengu. There's no follow-up. He does steal the blue buff, and the Maokai ult comes out, but they don't have enough numbers to actually pursue that. So that ult comes out for nothing. They get 2 turrets topside, and they're sieging up this mid lane as well. Here comes Gurg7 Mistborn. Here's the Galio ultimate comes down and is going to stop the Cusco's Poison kill. Kimpeter goes into the Death Realm. He's low. He can't outplay this, or can he? He flashes over the wall. He's caught, and he will finally go down. Oh, finally does go down. That's a nice taunt from Fwesh, but there's nobody else to follow up. It was a nice effort there. Kimpeter lived for a long time in the Death Realm, but he had too low a health, and there was not enough numbers to back him up. 7-5 now in kills for KB. They get the mid turret, they get the fight, and they continue to expand on their gold lead in the mid game. Super Kami Pango looking like he wants to engage still. The bandage toss doesn't hit. I don't know if he actually wanted that one. So he might have just kind of lucked himself out. Bear Jr.'s pretty low, but he's still pretty safe here. Not much that the low mana Karthus can do about this. Take the Raptor camp on the way out. 6 going on 7,000 gold lead as another victory for KB goes. If your knock is Matthew, you gotta find a way to stem the bleeding, get some more CS. Your Vayne has to get to 2 items. Your Karthus has to get to 2 items. A couple of the engages have been close. The CC chains have been really nice, but they've never been grouped up with the full team to follow up with the damage. And KB have taken advantage. Baron is the next objective on the table, and yes, the Dragon Soul stacking was prevented by Kim when KB decided to just go for the more gold advantage with the Rift Herald topside. So the one Infernal is kind of the silver lining here for Kim. Cusco's Poison looking to be a little aggressive. He's strong enough, he knows he can look for plays even if there's not really kill potential. And we're back to Vayne collecting side waves. She farmed top. She goes bot side and picks up that wave that Bear Jr. was shoving in. Still no objective, or no turrets taken, I mean, by Kim. They did get that one dragon that was kind of forfeited by KB. And a little bit of lull on the action while KB is not going for this Baron. It's the only objective on the map that they can really get feasibly. So since they're not going for it, both teams are just kind of farming, shoving waves back at each other. Next dragon is in less than 2 minutes though, so I think that is going to be the next time we might see a contest. As now we see Ashe and Hybridinger pushing up, getting a little bit of a deep ward in. It was seen. The lane ward. And ooh, Cusco's Poison and Gurk7 actually start this up. That pink ward does not see the trinket ward in the back of the pit, so they know this is happening. Bear Jr. has teleport, Vayne does not, so Vayne is trying to walk down Bear Jr. to prevent him from TPing. Syracuse takes a lot of damage on the way. There's the TP from Bear Jr. It's stopped by the Condemn of Vayne, and now they have to pull off of it. There's the Galio ult and the Amumu ult. Cusco's Poison goes golden, but he's going to get immediately taunted and goes down. That's one kill. Tizzy goes down, but he has the passive to do some more damage. Gurk7 is huge on this front line. Here comes the Karthus ultimate. It's not enough damage. Super Kami Pango goes down. That's the triple kill for Gurk7, and while they get him off the Baron and they started off with the one kill, it wasn't good enough. Bear Jr. goes in, but he gets knocked up. He's going to go down. Even with the flash, it doesn't matter. Kim Peter can chase us down. That's another kill. Shut down. He's going to go crazy. He doesn't have the flash to keep following, but he has the move speed. The slow though from Vayne is going to stop him down. Kim Peter, he wants this kill. Another tumble, gets it. No, he's not going to get it. But he turns it around and saves some gold back there for Kim. For knock is Matthew, and that is why we want to see Kim Peter on this Vayne. A little bit of over-aggression maybe from Bear Jr. He didn't know that Galio was right on the other side of the wall to CC him once he dived on him. A little bit of an overstep from Bear Jr. He likes to be aggressive. Sometimes it bites you. But we'll have to see what Vayne is able to get on her next recall. But there's no time for a recall. The dragon is going to spawn. Do you want to give over soul point here to KB if you recall? No, they're going to start it up right away. Gurk7 and Bear Jr. are far from this. With the Vayne and Karthus damage, they should be able to get this down before they can respond. It's going to be even at 2 dragons apiece. Unless there's a Miracle Hybridinger still. No, it is not. They want to chase them. There's the stolen Curse of the Sad Mummy. The Ashe arrow comes out. I didn't see if it stunned anybody. Here comes the Maokai ultimate up onto Sylas. They're still trying to walk this out, and they do finally back off of it. They have tempo on mid lane. They have tempo on the Baron, so the KB is going to pull up that way while Kim is recalling. Do they have enough time to get back and reset and get over to the Baron? I don't think they have any more vision on it. But they see them all crossing over mid lane. There's the TP immediately out of Flesh to the top side. He wants to run him down, and the recalls, the rotations are coming over. Cusco's Poison is not in the pit. He's going to solo out Tizzy. He goes in. Oh, he gets completely obliterated. Cusco Poison is a little low, but not too worse for wear. Bear Jr. goes over the wall. He gets stomped. They knock Flesh in. He does have his flash. And Bear Jr. knocks them in. And Gurg 7 takes the Baron. Flesh flashes over the wall. He's in the death realm, though, so he can't get far. Gurg 7 takes a long time to kill him because he's a tanky Galio, but he finally eventually goes down to Cusco's Poison. And now Kimpeter and Syracuse are on the run. There's the nice Aurelia ultimate for the stun. Kimpeter flashes. It's not going to matter. He's going to get chased down by Bear Jr. And there's the revenge. Bear Jr. finally gets his kill onto Kimpeter. It's the 5-0. It's the Baron for Caligma Bobway. And they have blown this game open here in the 25th minute as they're going to look for more gold from these objectives. Tizzy is up. Are they going to push for another turret? Heimerdinger takes a recall. Ash and Mordekaiser are still here. Cusco's Poison pushes in the top side. Can he get this? He will. He won't be challenged. He gets the inhibitor top side. They also get the turret mid. Will they defend this second inhibitor? Looks like they will. Bear Jr. goes bot lane. They get the inner turret down there. One turret remains in front of their inhibitor line in the bot lane for Kim. And it is now more than 10,000 gold difference. Again, the silver lining here is that they were able to get the second dragon of the game, so it is going to take a long time for KB to be able to get to this Infernal Soul. They can give up this next dragon if it comes to it, and wait another 5 minutes while they continue to try to work themselves back into the game. Looking at items, Vayne has her 2-item spike and is working on her third, so she's starting to get there. Maokai has 2 items. Galio now has 2 items with the Abyssal Mask and the completion of Jock Show. So Kim have a couple items coming in. No second item yet for Tizzy as he decided to go for an Oblivion Orb and the something Jewel, I think it's called. The Mana Pen. So he has some components for a second item, but it's not complete. On the other side, we have 2 items for Ash, 3 working on the 4th for Cusco's Poison as he is massive. Jack Show and Rylai's working on the I forget. For Mordekaiser. I can't think of it. The tank burn item. And then Aurelia with the high CS and kills has 3 working on her 4th item. Looks like that is going to be a Thornmail. Here they are sieging up the bot lane. Baroned up minions. Ash is free firing on the turret. This is going to go down here very quickly. Here comes the ultimate from Syracuse. There's the flash Q. Miss Mordant goes in. Here's the Galio ultimate, and the Amumu ultimate is a lot of CC, but there's not that much damage yet. Heimerdinger is the only one that goes down. Aurelia finally goes down. Flesh is trying to get away from the Ash, but he can't. He's getting slowed too much. Kimpeter is not able to finish Gurg 7. He's still alive. He gets the healing from the bow, and the E from Cusco's Poison goes wide. Kimpeter stays alive. He's healing up on the minions. He has to dodge this. What a nice chain from Cusco's Poison. That's going to be the ace. If he dodged it, he could have went down, but Cusco's Poison locks him in. Gurg 7 heals up, and now they're going to look to take down the Nexus. Is there enough minion wave? I think there is. The first Nexus turret goes down. They're on the second one. What are the wings on that Mordekaiser skin, by the way? That's pretty awesome. Syracuse is back up. Tizzy's up in a second. Is there enough time for them to delay? Super Kamipengu is here. Cusco's Poison is unstoppable. The Nexus is going to go down. The respawns were not in time, and game 1 goes to Caligma Bobway. That was an action-packed game. And a little back and forth at a few moments. Kimpeter had some flashy plays, but other than that, it was pretty much all Caligma Bobway with their aggressive, skirmishy comp and every lane coming out of the early phase with CS leads and gold advantage, and they pretty much never let up. A smart trade giving away the 3rd dragon to get even more gold in the pockets of Bear Jr. Cusco's Poison was a monster all over the map, and KB looked really, really strong in that game 1. Look at the scorelines here. Gurg 7, 5-1 and 10 with the 15 KDA, a little bit of an unsung hero there. Bear Jr., 4, 5 and 7. Cusco's Poison 9, 2, and 8. Monster amount of kills there from his early game kills. On the other side, Kim Peter Valiant Effort 7, 4, and 2. But it was not enough. I should change scenes. Congrats to Caligula Bobway on their Game 1 victory. We will be back here for Game 2 in a little bit, so stick around for more action. I believe we've been back from the ad break for a while, so welcome back. We're getting ready for Game 2 of Caligma Bobway versus Knock is Matthew. Caligma Bobway taking a strong victory in Game 1. And we should be getting into draft here pretty soon for Game 2. Kim was almost was able to turn it back around. Yes, they were close. The idea was there. A lot of their fights, they just didn't quite have enough damage behind all the CC. Kim Peter, a couple almost hero moments. Looks like we're waiting a quick minute or two. I got some chocolate chip cookies at the store yesterday and some milk, so I'm gonna grab a couple cookies and milk because that sounds nice right now. Little recharge. Hope everybody else is having a great night. Hope the other matches that have been going on are fun, although some of those might be close to wrapping up by now since I think they all started at 8, but this one started 35 minutes late, so maybe we'll start to see more viewers coming in from those matches. Hey, General Dill. It is a little sad to have the Legacy Cup and not have General Dill as a participant. Because, I mean, General Dill basically is the legacy of PMLCS, right? Okay, looks like we are ready for draft. So I will go ahead and head over that way. This time with Nock is mainly on blue side, Caligma Bobboy on red. So far, the bans are exactly the same as game one. Just flippy floppied, obviously, for the different sides. And they will remain the same, so we'll see. Do we have any salty runbacks? Do we have any mix-ups? And Nock is Matthew going to go ahead and pick up the Karthus again. Still a Tizzy special. We'll see if he pilots that anywhere else or takes it back to the bot lane. And the return of Heimerdinger again as well. So far the picks are looking pretty similar. We'll see if they go ahead and lock in the Ashe to run back that bot lane. Oh, and it's going to be the Kai'Sa. Very interesting. I know that is a Mistborn pick for sure. And it's another denial pick from Competer, one of his most played. When you think of Competer, I think you think of Vayne and you think of Kai'Sa. So the Kai'Sa goes away. There's the Zillion Hover, always one of Flesh's best picks. I think always one of his highest win rates as well. And it will be locked in. So here's the first change up for Nock is Matthew. And the Nami. All right. So a couple change ups here. Another Super Kami Pengu favorite on the Nami. Although this time a lot squishier from Nock is Matthew so far. So we'll see if they pick up a couple tanks here on their return. And Aurelia going to be hovered and locked in again for Caligma Bobway for Bear Jr., who, despite getting killed a few times by Competer on the Vayne, had a dominant control over the lane as far as CS goes, was 50 up at one point. Ornn banned again from Naka's Manly, especially having no frontline yet, taking a frontline champion away. There's the Sylas ban. I think that's pretty smart adaptation there, taking that away from Kuzco's Poison, who had a very menacing Prentice on the match. Once he got his first couple of kills and was able to roam around hunting. There's the Tristana ban. That's pretty interesting, taking that away from Nock is Matthew. Oh, and thanks for the Find Alpha Overwatch League for raiding in with a party of 9. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you guys had a wonderful evening of Overwatch. And you're joining us watching the Legacy Cup. Kind of official / unofficial PMALCS tournament here put together by one of our brothers with members of old teams come together. There's the Mordekaiser again, picked for Gerg 7. A little bit, like I said, of an unsung hero last game. Didn't call out his name that often, but had a KDA of 15. Power farming away the jungle. Had a lead on Syracuse pretty much the whole time. Had some good Death Realms. Ooh, Jax is coming in from Naka's Manly. Jax versus Aurelia topside. Now that is a hype matchup. So we'll see who's going to be piloting that one if Competer goes back to top to challenge Bear Jr. And Bel'Veth is going to be the pick. Wow, so who needs a front line? 4 tanks into Competer. Not anymore. We're going... I guess there's 2 enchanters there kind of with the Zillion and the Nami. But it's also not Competer on a marksman. So lots of damage here. Lots of very skirmishy, brawly kind of fights from both sides. Ooh, the Garen is going to be locked in. Tell me that's a Garen mid for Kuzco's Poison. That's all I want. Could, of course, be Garen top and Bear Jr. going mid on Aurelia, but I don't know top lane matchups very much, so I wonder if that is picking the Garen to go against the Jax and then sending Aurelia mid, if that's not a favorable matchup for Aurelia against the Jax in the top side. If so, I mean, it could be a little swapperoo for that. They're gonna have magic damage still with Heimerdinger and Mordekaiser, and even Kaisa brings some magic damage to the kit, so it's okay having a Garen and Aurelia there. And again, each of these teams now basically just saying we're gonna roll up the sleeves and go at each other. This isn't a front to back macro. Look for the perfect engage angle with the CC. Everybody here is a scrapper, except for like Zillion, I guess. Nami. There's not a lot of CC on either side here either. We got the stun from Jax, the Nami bubble, double bomb stun from Zillion. On the other side, we have the Mordekaiser pullback, the Heimerdinger stun, Aurelia stun. So not a lot of big, high probability, easy to land CC abilities from either team where you're just trying to throw yourselves at each other and put people down into stuns and then blast them away. Lot of high mechanic back and forth here. So this one is going to be an ultra banger. I can feel it.
Let me get in there. But all my lifetime could have brightened your day.
Once again, why in the spectator mode we can only see enemy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for red side. It's pretty interesting, but this time we get to see the other way around. So we do see Kimpita right now on the Jax, Tizzy, Karthus, Syracuse, Belveth, Super Kami Pengu on Nami, and Flesh on Zillion. So basically Karthus, Nami bot, and then everybody on that side going in the same roles they had last game. This one's going to be fun. I think last time you had a couple differences in team comps. You had, I think the team comp from Caligma Bad Boy is pretty similar. Um, not a whole lot of just classic front to back team fight, but a lot of um, guys that like want to get in your face and scrap and brawl. But last game we had a pretty classic team fight comp there from Knock is Matthew with a couple of tanks that want to get in and layer CC for the carries. This time going away from it. So I think this is a chance to be highly volatile, highly explosive, potentially a really high kill count, which is fun. That's what we like to see. We like to see fiestas. This is the Legacy Cup for PMALCS. Well, the legacy of PMALCS is Fiesta. Exclamation point Fiesta in chat. So this is going to be fun. Wait, is that Fred? As in Syracuse Fred? Yes. Syracuse is the jungler for Knock is Matthew. I can't run an ad. So I was gonna run an ad here while we do the rest of the spectator delay, but I can't. So instead, we will watch this tick down together. Thanks again, PMA Overwatch League, for the raid. And it's a lovely start to the week here on a Monday. You got some PMA Overwatch League, got some PMA LCS Legacy Cup. It's a good start to Christmas week. Hope everybody's staying warm. I think it's got cold in a lot of places as you prepare for Christmas next weekend. And a good way to start it off with competitive brotherly games. I'm super hyped for this Computer Jax. He's known as a flashy carry player. This time pocketing not a marksman though. And you always love to see. I'm a big Zilean fan, and I'm a big Bjergsen Zilean fan. I'm not going to call Fwesh Bjergsen, but I've seen him do a lot of cool Zilean tricks that I wouldn't think most people would even consider. So I'm always hyped to see Zilean play from Fwesh. See how he does against the aggression from Aurelia in the mid lane. We're at a spectator delay here, so we're gonna head into loading screen here finally. All right, and here we are into Summoner's Rift for Game 2 of Kalimababwe versus Knock is Matthew, and we're seeing 2 5-stacks here. And they walked into each other. Ooh, look at that Nami bubble. That was huge. Gurk7 and I'm the High Ground both flashing over. Bear Jr. not going to flash. First blood actually goes to Kaisa, and everybody else makes it out. Wow, that was crazy. Super Kamipenga with the beautiful bubble. But Knock is Matthew getting the first blood. Let's count summoners here. No Ghost Ignite for Bear Jr., no Flash for Gurk7. No Flash for Kuzco's Poison, no Sums for Mistborn, no Flash for Heimerdinger. On the other side, 1, 2, 3 flashes still available, so KB using a lot more sums, but getting the first blood. We'll see if Kim is able to take advantage of the flashes that they have on their team in the next, 4 minutes or so. Why is my tab not working? There we go. Okay. Let me rearrange the order real quickly. Okay. And we do have Bear Jr. on the Garen top with Kuzco's Poison piloting the Aurelia, so I like that flexibility. They pick Aurelia. Oh, here comes the stun. And a nice bubble here bot side as Mistborn's going to take some damage from the late waste. Doing a Dark Harvest stack going over too. Heimerdinger just throwing wrenches at Tizzy. But Dark Harvest stack and damage gotten there onto Mistborn. Top side, here's another stun. Bear Jr. gets level 2 and he goes in. The silence takes a lot of damage. Conqueror doing a lot there. And getting the level 2 advantage. Using the spin to kill more minions plus the first blood assist. Nice trade there for Bear Jr. Computer dodging the auto. Kuzco's Poison shoving in the wave here pretty hard. It's going to be hard for Zilean to farm under... ooh, nice damage there from... I am the High Ground onto... And Super Kamipenga still just taking damage from... Walk away from the Heimerdinger turret. Your auto is not going to do anything to kill it. Another grenade there hits. No stun though, but... This time Gurk7 is not the fastest clear. Syracuse picking Belveth and getting around a little bit faster, but Bear Jr. using his lane advantage to get a ward down over the walls, so they're going to spot Syracuse if he decides to walk that direction to the scuttle. And early CS lead already here for Cusco's Poison in mid lane. He got the shove on that pretty big wave into the turret, and it's hard for Zilean to last hit under turret, especially in the early levels. So we're also seeing a really big CS. Ooh, nice stun and the laser there, cannon from the turret. Lots of damage. Ooh, Cusco's Poison also doing a lot of damage to Flesh with his autos. So all across the map here, already little advantages top to bot for Kate B, just like we had last game. And Bear Jr. going back for a Cole. Nice stun, both Conquerors on both sides, but Bear Jr. does more damage. He has the Ignite ticking down. Oof. The bigger minion wave is maybe what saved Computer there. The Ignite was ticking him down. He gets level 5 earlier too. But there's no more continuation as he has the safety of his turret there to run back to. He's going to even up the CS here. Oh, Bear Jr. looking for him. Oh, the damage is coming out here from this Kai'Sa and Heimerdinger in the bot lane. Cusco's Poison dodging out on the Zilean bombs. Takes a turret shot, but he's going to be able to walk away from the bomb damage. Shoves the wave in, making Zilean auto those minions under turret, and walks away. Really nice landing there from Cusco's Poison. Oh, he's going to get stopped. And Flesh is going to flash his emote on him. He's pretty low on mana, though, so not much more here that Flesh is going to be able to do. He gets his ultimate finally, but nothing else going on after that level 1, so a few trading back and forth, but otherwise it's been quiet. Just kind of shoving waves back and forth. Karth is going to try to pick up what he can. He's already down 20 CS in the bot. Even if he picks up all these, he's going to be down by a bit. And the first blood gold you can't forget from Mistborn. So Kai'Sa in a big spot ahead of the Karthus at this point. Minion dematerializer mid lane for Flesh to get that cannon. Tizzy going forward for that pink ward kill. Computer has level 6, so if he can get some trades off before Bear does with the every third auto magic damage, but Bear Jr. wisely just backs off, lets Computer push this wave to him. Both junglers are topside too, so if there's any gank possibility, never mind, they're both going to start walking towards mid lane. Gurg7 pinging onto his blue buff, that'll be spawning soon. Stun comes out, but Bear Jr. shields for the damage. Nice stun there from I Am the High Ground. Not going to matter. His turrets are too far to shoot lasers. An Omni Bubble just to damage all the turrets. And I Am the High Ground starts putting him down back inside his own turret. Oh, we're going to see some fighting topside, and here come in the jungle. Syracuse found Cusco's Poison. He's going to ultimate onto Flesh. Flesh has the ultimate if he needs it. He doesn't use it yet. He's waiting it out. There's a nice damage from the bomb. Syracuse looks for more, but here comes Gurg7 now. He has the Death Realm. He's going to put Syracuse in it. There's the ultimate, and he's going to resurrect inside the Death Realm. That actually might be good for Syracuse, who dashes away from the pullback. So that is actually really nicely done. The stun is going to land, do some damage onto Gurg7. He's going to walk away from that one. They weren't able to kill Cusco's Poison before Gurg7 gets there, but the smart Zilean ult will get him away. Meanwhile, the ultimate comes down on the Computer. The Ignite is ticking, and it will get him. Bear Jr. gets a solo bolo in the top side with the Kindle Gem and the Cole, and the Computer will be down. I don't know if he can get this wave completely crashed before Computer can TP to collect the wave, but a nice solo kill there for Bear Jr. 2-0 now in kills, and 2,500 gold is the lead for KB. Here comes another stun. Actually, not a stun. Nice dodging away of the W. Computer wants to stop the recall, and he does. He has the ultimate. There is no ignite for Bear Jr. He does have Ghost. He doesn't use it yet. Look at this damage. Who finally uses it, and Computer goes in for another Q, but it's not going to stop him. And delaying Garen's recall to miss the minion wave is interesting. Oh my gosh, that damage was absolutely huge. Here comes Syracuse. He goes in, and Tizzy flashes. He has no mana, though, so he can't do anything. The ultimate from Syracuse is going to make him big. Finally, he can... Karthus can actually cast when he goes into his passive, because he doesn't need mana to do it in there. So it's going to be the 2-for-1 in the bot side with the gank from Syracuse. Fwesh dodging out of the stun. Very nicely done. And Jax now doing a little damage to the turret and hopping out. It's even in CS because he did miss a lot to force that recall, or to delay that recall out of Garen. Garen now with the plated steel caps as well, so he's going to be taking a lot less damage from the Jax autos, and Jax returns the favor with his own steel caps. And Fwesh now enough damage on his Qs where he can start shoving in these waves with AoE bombs and not being consistently shoved in like he was before. Blue buff stolen away there by Gerg7, so he's going to extend his little CS lead, taking advantage of the knowledge that Syracuse was bot side. We're going to see some trading top here. No ignite for Bear Jr., but he wins out on that trade. And it's a little hard for Computer to get in there. He wants that cannon, but he's going to have to let it go because he's going to take a lot of damage from Bear Jr. if he goes in. This is the thing about Garen. He starts regenning with his passive, so even if you trade even, he can just wait it out. He's already almost full health. Zilean is also top here, but they have to know that he's missing at this point since he's not mid lane. He's going to finally back off to collect, but he's going to miss some minions, and there's going to be turret damage and a turret plate there for Cusco's Poison. So Fwesh gets nothing on the roam, loses some gold, and Cusco's Poison gets a turret plate. So playing the map here a little bit better here in the mid game so far for Caligma Bobway. Nice sidestep there on the grenade. This turret. Ooh, the bubble lands. There's a nice little bit of damage, but Tizzy is going to get completely shredded here by the Kai'Sa, who flashes in for the final auto with the passive, and is going to kill him, and the tidal wave is not going to be enough. Karthus was not in the middle of him to get damage down with this passive. Ooh, the nice pullback. Computer is getting pressured here by this Rift Herald. It's not going to destroy the turret, but they're going to get a couple plates for it, and they're going to push Computer off of the wave. Here's the flash from Gerg7, who just ward hops away. Nice sidestep there from the stun in the mid lane. Cusco's Poison going in for more damage. Fwesh is going to be able to walk out. He doesn't have to chrono shift. But again, nice pressure all across the map here from KB as they shove in mid. They get 2 kills bot, and then top side they take 3 turret plates. With the Rift Herald as there is no defense. Syracuse trying to make something of that bot side though as they start the dragon. The first dragon of the game at 12 minutes. It will finally go down here. Syracuse goes in to pick up the ultimate. Takes a little bit of poke damage from I am the high ground, but not a big deal, and then he's able to dash over the wall. I like how the entire comp of Kim is countered solely by the existence of Mordekaiser later on. Protect the OP Jax to Brazil with you. Yes. You see why Gerg7 prioritizing this Mordekaiser in both games. Just the ability to take someone completely off the map with the Death Realm, always very valuable. 6-2 is the kill score here in favor of Caligma Bobway, up 5,000 gold. Syracuse is working his way into the bot bush here for any gank or counter gank. Mordekaiser is also bot lane, Flesh is here as well, so we have potential for a 4v3 as Cusco's Poison is picking up CS under his own turret. They're going to see it, and maybe this is the trap. Tizzy is going to go forward. There's the flash from I am the high ground, and the Zhonya's Hourglass. Tizzy is in the death run with Mordekaiser. Finally, I am the high ground goes down. Now there's Mordekaiser in the middle of all that damage from the dead Karthus, but he's pretty tanky. He's able to walk out. That's the 1-for-1 in the 4v3. Topside, Bear Jr. is going to look to end this turret, and he doesn't. And the minions are maybe going to finish it. No, they won't. Bear Jr. just walks away. Here's the TP mid lane. Flesh to slow down. Oh, and that is a nice double bomb and 2 turrets shots. Topside, Kim Peter is going to go down to the ultimate, and Syracuse is coming in to try to finish off Cusco's Poison. Here comes the damage, the flash forward. Nice chrono shift is going to save Syracuse, but it's not going to be enough. Actually, he's still going to go down. Cusco's Poison is super strong. Even with the Requiem from Karthus, it's not going to matter. Blade of the Ruin King is all he needs to sustain through it. That's a double kill. And now it's 10-3, and Caligma Bogway are again pulling away with this mid game up 8,000. Nice little friendly banter there in the chat between Syracuse and Gerg7. And now Stride Breaker and a Tiamat completed for Bear Jr. and up 40 CS now on Kim Peter. Blade of the Ruin King and Tiamat completed for Cusco's Poison. Mistborn has his Gale Force and he has a Serrated Dirk. And there is one completed item on the side of Kim. It is the not even a mythic though, because it is the Blade of the Ruin King for Syracuse. So huge item advantages across the board here. Flesh dodging out on the stun with the move speed. And Gerg7 is starting up this dragon. Oh, never mind. There's no dragon there. Just clearing the vision. I just saw him on the minimap. Silly me. Dragon's not for a minute 20 still. Cusco's Poison and Gerg7 moving forward with their advantage. Oh, they're just going right on him. Bear Jr. doesn't care if he's tanking the turret forever. Here comes the ultimate from Kaisa. Nice flash to dodge the stun. And there's a nice, beautiful double bomb stun to get Cusco's Poison. The shutdown there for Syracuse. And we also had a shutdown bot for Tizzy, who gets the kill onto Mistborn. We didn't see that one after Mistborn killed Super Kami Pengu. So a 2-for-1 overall with Nami going down, but some good shutdown gold. It's still a huge gold lead for KB, but that's what I'm talking about from Flesh. Even if he doesn't get the double bomb on you, he's going to get it on the minions, and you're still close enough to them to stun him. He knows he can, if he can stun the minion standing next to you, it'll still stun you. And it killed the minions under the turret, so it automatically started giving him turret aggro as well. So. But look at the CS, 172 for Cusco's Poison, pacing higher than 10 CS per minute. He's 2-1, and he has a full turret gold down mid lane. Here comes the Ghost for Syracuse as he goes in, but he's all by himself, and it's not going to be enough damage. I don't know if you knew that Mistborn was right around the corner, and the Requiem damage is not enough. He's going down to Leandries. He finally does. Killing spree for Tizzy, though, is going to feel nice. Syracuse, I think... not quite as strong as he thought he was. Maybe he just didn't know Mistborn was right around the corner. They're going to turn this onto the second dragon of the game. Flesh is now collapsed on by Cusco's Poison. He puts on the chrono shift early. Bear Jr. is going to chase him down and get stunned and going to walk away. The Ignite's going to take him down finally, and the turret is not enough. He still has a long way to go to get to safety. They're finally going to get him. He has to know he's here. Tizzy. Shutdown actually goes to Jax. That's pretty good. Gerg7 puts Super Kami Pengu in the Death Realm. He's going to chase him down. Here comes the passive. Nice Tidal Wave is going to delay, and he finally goes down there. Tizzy is flashing away. He doesn't have his Eon. Why don't you have your Eon? You could have been damaging him that whole time. He flashes away. It's not going to matter. Gerg7 walks out with a double kill. He's now 3-0-1, and that is a 3-for-1 across that little skirmish there. 15-7 in kills, and almost 8,000 gold is lead for KB. Cusco's poison is here. Kim Peter cannot fight him. Nice stun is going to put him down. Kim Peter looking to ward hop over the wall. He does to avoid the Irelia ultimate, so nicely timed. But yeah, Kim Peter not even with one completed item, going up with 1.5 for Cusco's poison. Flesh. Oh, Flesh, what you doing, buddy? He gets a nice stun. He's stunned in return. Syracuse is on the way. Gets the root, but he dives in on him. Chrono Shift is available for Flesh. Doesn't get the stun though with the double bomb. There's the knockup. Syracuse goes in. He dodges out on the stun, and Flash does Chrono Shift himself, which saves him. And there's the kill for Syracuse. Here comes Bear Jr. He gets the silence down on Syracuse. The stun might save him. Ooh, that's a double stun because Jax is here. There is no Chrono Shift, but Jax is here. Maybe they can 3v1 this. Flash goes in. He's not gonna die. Bear Jr. really wants. Or Kim Peter, excuse me, really wants this kill, and he finally gets it, and there is no chase for the Heimerdinger or the Kaisa, who maybe wanted to go in. Oh my gosh, look at the damage. Oh, the Gale Force is going to do it. He almost hopped away to safety. Really crazy extended skirmish here on the top side as Gerg7 looks like we see him starting up this. Oh, here's the knockup onto Heimerdinger, who flashes the wall. Syracuse doesn't go down. And here's Tizzy, who's going to start running down Mistborn. There's the Dark Harvest proc. There's the flash over the wall. Mistborn and I'm the High Ground both using their flashes to get away to safety, but safe they are as they join up Mordekaiser to try to take down this Rift Herald before Baron. And they don't get it. Not enough damage. And Baron spawns first. So a little bit of fortune there for Kim that they don't get the Rift Herald, but gold lead staying about the same. And 25 kills already in just past the 20-minute mark, so this is a lot more of a exciting. I lost the word. Anyway, oh, here comes Cusco's poison onto Kim Peter, who just does so much damage. Kim Peter gets the stun, and he's going to leap away to safety, but here's the flash, and the bubble is not landed. Here comes Cusco's poison. He wants to get a stun, but it gets the stun. The Chrono Shift is going to save Nami, but it's not going to save... Oh, the damage actually comes through with the Requiem, and now Mistborn is going to go down maybe to the Baron, and that's going to be a kill for Tizzy as well, with the Requiem damage coming in, and they have to hightail it away from Baron on that one. I'm the High Ground really low. Syracuse dashes away from the pullback from Mordekaiser. Bear Jr. is on the hunt for Tizzy. Tizzy still didn't put on his E. It would have just been silenced away. Finally, here it comes. Tidal Wave goes wide. It hits nothing, and they're just going to back away from that one. Nice Requiem from Tizzy. Really gets him 2 kills with the assist from Baron on that one. And a little bit of a clawback here in that gold lead. Cusco's poison still farming like a madman, has barely not kept up with 10 CS per minute, but he's pretty close. He has his Blade of the Ruin King and he has the Ravenous Hydra. Here comes Bear Jr. looking for Flesh, who's going to get pulled back, put into the Death Realm. Here comes Gerg7. Actually, Tizzy's in the Death Realm, excuse me. Bear Jr. kills Super Kami Pango. That's a really nice double bomb stun, and Kim Peter gets I Am the High Ground. Syracuse now gets his ultimate, but he has to run away. There is no follow-up. Bear Jr. is going down. Oh, he actually Zanya's to save himself. Syracuse running away. And Bear Jr. lives by the skin of his teeth with the stopwatch from the Karthus passive damage. And now they're going to turn this onto their second dragon of the game. It is a cloud map as Gerg7 and Mistborn start this one up. Really close fight there. The double bomb stun from Zillion as Jax jumped in potentially changed that. Also, they were fighting on top of the dead Karthus, doing a lot of damage. Just barely not enough. I think if they weren't as far behind as they were, that could have been an even game. Nock is Matthew positioning here around the Baron. They can't take it. I think they have to know that. But they're just getting vision control and backing out. They see Cusco's poison. They're going to defend the pink ward. Ooh, stun is dodged by Syracuse, who's ghosting. He wants this fight on the Kuzco's Poison. He dodges out on the Everfrost. There's one bomb. There's not two bombs. Finally, the second bomb comes in. It actually doesn't stun him, but it doesn't matter. He goes down. What a smart pick there from Syracuse saying, hey, we need to get this pick here. Garen is bot side. He doesn't have TP. The fight is still going, though. Here comes Syracuse. Oh, nice knock up, and Syracuse goes another kill. Here comes Direct Ream. Lots of damage. Bubble gets on the high ground, who finally goes down. Flash away from Tizzy. That is 3 for 0 in the mid lane. They have to turn this onto the Baron, while Garen is still pushing bot side. But the health bars are so low, I don't actually think they can. Never mind, they're going to keep it on. They have to be careful. Gurg7 is still there, although he's not very healthy himself. Finally, they do start this Baron up. Kim-Peter and Syracuse leading the way. Flush recalls to stop the push from Baron. Here comes Gurg7. Is there going to be a Miracle Steal? No, he decides to just farm the Raptors and let it go. Kim-Peter and Tizzy really, really low. Syracuse taking this one up finally and goes down. So, a nice turnaround there, recognizing the numbers advantage. Syracuse just pushing the go button there and forcing that fight without that strong of an engage on their team. Leads to 3 kills and the Baron. And all they do lose out for is the bot side turret. So that brings them a lot closer. That's only about 5,000 gold where it was over 8 earlier. So still scaling up, still not many items yet on the side of Kim. This might be a second item for Jax, as he does get the Divine Sunderer, so that's going to help. Still behind the Garen, though. And it is 2 items across the board for everybody except for the supports now, so feeling a lot better now is Nock is Matthew, if they're able to get something and get some of these turret bounties as well with this Baron push and bring that gold lead even closer. No pressure put out though yet. Finally, they're going to start pushing up this mid wave with the Baron minions. Syracuse ghosting and going in for it again. He's going to be able to get this Kaisa with his knock-up. He finally does. Flesh going for a stun. He gets it on the Garen, and Mistborn has to flash away. Here comes the Tidal Wave. That's some CC on the Garen, who's really low. He takes a lot of damage, and Syracuse is going to finish him off. Now he gets the kind of the reset here with the ultimate. And look at all this damage. Ooh, the flash. Gurg7 puts Tizzy in the Death Realm. Tizzy doesn't have his Eon. Finally, he puts it on. It doesn't matter. He's going to die eventually. Goes down to the smash from the club here. Bot side, Kim-Peter goes on to Kuzco's Poison, and he's going to get the kill. Kim-Peter gets the solo bolo mid lane. We finally get that turret going down. Here comes the Voidlings from Syracuse and the ultimate as they push down one turret with the Baron. Now they're going to look for the second. It was a 1-for-1. In the mid lane, it was a 1-for-0 in the bot, and now 2 turrets. This is less than 4,000 gold lead, and they're still going with this push. Look at these empowered, baroned up Voidlings here from Syracuse, putting the siege down. They're going to have to finally kind of back off of that one, but they still have time on the Baron buff. Here's another wave. No, they're just going to back off. Kim-Peter is pushing bot side, like might rotate that way. They actually do get that turret in the mid lane. Wow. So a massive turnaround here for Nock is Matthew. Kim-Peter, though, going to get chased away from this. Here comes the Counter-Strike. No chase. Syracuse is in behind, but here comes the TP from Kuzco's Poison. Flesh is here, though, to dissuade this. There's not enough follow-up. Kai'Sa's mid lane. Heimerdinger's not there, so KB are just going to have to let them walk out of that one. They don't lose that outer bot turret, but they lose 3 mid turrets with that Baron push, and the gold lead only about 3,500, so much better position now for Kim. And now Kim has to be careful as they are facing a potential death bush here from KB. They have complete control of this bottom jungle. So far, they're being smart about it, and they're saying, hey, we're going to kind of call your bluff. We can just shove up mid if you guys are going to try to cheese us in your jungle. Finally, Garen is going to start recalling. Everybody else is committing to this, and Kim is not going anywhere close. finally they're all going to start recalling because they see what's happened. And what a really great decision here from Kim. They smelled it out, and they're going to run up mid. They are going to give over the third dragon of the game. However, it's just Cloud, so it's not the end of the world. And they get this inhibitor for free, and they are shoving up topside as well now with Kim Peter getting that wave pushed up, and they have control over the top side. I think, giving up the second Cloud Drake is not the end of the world for that, and they are already positioned to continue the siege up here topside. They have complete control. Not many wards down in the jungle, though, so they're not going to see KB approaching if they decide to chase. But now they're going to just say, hey, you gave up mid lane, now we're going to go up mid. And they're all going to start recalling now as their own inner mid turret is in trouble. I believe this is going to go down. They don't have enough time to stop it with the Kai'Sa and the Garen and the Mordekaiser. So a trade of both teams completely forfeiting the mid wave and responding. However, losing the inner turret is not as bad as losing the inhibitor on the other side. So still a good trade overall for Kim, but I guess they also got the top turret out of it. And now the Death Bush continues. However, they smell it out again. They say, hey, we know this is what they were doing last time, and they're doing it again. And look at the patience from KB. They are committing to it. Finally, Bear Jr. cancels his recall. Finally, he does. Oh, they see Kim Peter. Oh, finally, he sees it. Nice job using the, whatever the wall is from Karthus, whatever that's called, to kind of scout out that bush. Next objective is Baron in less than 1 minute, and right now, Kim are the closest to having any control up here, although there's not a ton of wards, but they do have 2 pinks in the area. Kim Peter is pushing bot. He does have teleport. Garen does not. And finally, Kim Peter actually channels a recall while Garen still picks up that wave. And actually, Kim Peter gets pushed off of it, the recall. Baron spawning now in 20 seconds as both teams. Kai'Sa is pushing up mid lane. Fwesh is coming to kind of answer. Jax finally gets his recall off. Jax looking for a... oh, don't forget the name of it. Death's Dance. Doesn't complete it yet. Garen has a Serylda's Grudge. So 3 completed items for Garen, 3 completed items for Mordekaiser, 3 completed items for Kuzco's Poison. And Syracuse is actually going to start this one up. The recalls were a little late, but they finally know, no, we can't do this. So they're going to back out. Fwesh was bot with his TP. He got the bot wave shoved. Or pushing anyway. And now here comes KB muscling their way in and getting down vision control. At least clearing the vision out of the pit. They didn't take out the river wards. And now Kai'Sa pushing up. Here comes the ghost from Syracuse. He gets the dash away. He's not going to get the knockup. So that is the ghost down from Syracuse. Thought they had an angle. Double pink ward and Baron. That's a classic. Now everybody is dancing around the Baron. Mid lane kind of being pushed up here by Syracuse. So both teams just trying to inch closer to having control over the Baron pit. Right now the vision belongs to Kim, but now here comes Garen to come in there and start taking out those pink wards. He does aggro the Baron with the Titanic Hydra. He's tanky enough, he doesn't really care. Bubble goes wide, and they are actually starting up this Baron. They're saying, Kim, you have to come to us. Syracuse dodges out on the engage. Kuzco's Poison goes wide. He flashes away from the bubble, and he is on the backline. He gets one. Tizzy is going to go down now as well. Kim Peter stuns him. There's the knockup. Double kill for Kuzco's Poison. He finally does go down. Here comes the Requiem. Mistborn has to flash away. That's a lot of damage. They go from that Requiem, and Kim Peter now gets the... oh, flash away. Doesn't matter. Syracuse looks for more. Fwesh and Syracuse are on the backside here. It's a 2 for 2 in the end with that kill going to Kim Peter. Mistborn is pretty low, and now they're actually going to start this up themselves. Health bars are low. There is no flash blast cone to get over. Mordekaiser does have his flash. And they're going to walk up now. That's a nice pull back there from Mordekaiser. That's a lot of damage. Bear Jr. just completely executes Flesh. And Bear Jr. will finally go down in the end, though. Mistborn uses the ultimate, but it won't matter. Syracuse now is huge with the resets. Kimpeter finally goes down because Gurg 7 does a lot of damage. Syracuse, I think, can win this one out with all that extra damage. That's another nice knockup. Gurg 7 takes a lot of damage. He has to flash away. Syracuse has another dash, but he can't keep chasing. The Rylai's will slow him down. Junglers are the only ones who live in the extended fight, and both will recall. Syracuse stays on the map to go straight towards the dragon, but here's the TP from Kuzco's Poison to meet him there. Tizzy is on the way. Super Kami Pango is here to give a little health to Syracuse. Kuzco's Poison does not get the stun. Syracuse might want to fight this. Kuzco's Poison dashes away. They're going to get the Rift Scuttle, and the reinforcements are now on the way as well for KB, as Heimerdinger and Mordekaiser are walking their way in. Flesh does have his TP. He spawns now. Kimpeter has TP in 15 seconds. No TP for Garen, but he spawns in 2 seconds. Here goes Kuzco's Poison on his Syracuse. Tizzy is in. He's going to be in the middle. Ooh, nice bubble there. Chrono Shift. That's not Chrono Shift. Oh, it is Chrono Shift. Whatever. Zhonya's for I am the high ground. That is the Death Realm. The nice bubble. Flesh kills I am the high ground. Now Gurg 7 is going to go down. And a beautiful fight there with the TP from Flesh to save Tizzy with the Chrono... Actually, that wasn't even a... Maybe it was a Chrono Shift. Oh, it's just such a low cooldown. That's why it's already almost back up again. But a beautiful fight. They get their second dragon of the game. There is 2 people dead, including the dragon. And I think they should be able to start this Baron. And in fact, they do. Kimpeter's already on it. Mistborn is in the mid lane. He's not anywhere close. Kuzco's Poison is farming top. He's not anywhere close. Is this Garen on the solo mission to push them off the Baron? He runs in, walks away. And that will be Baron going to the side of Kim. Still not quite even with the gold lead, but at this point in the game, about 1,500 is close enough. Bear Jr., maybe looking to push him off, but he stays around. Here's the stun, and that is going to be bad news for Bear Jr. He didn't have to go in. He did anyway, and he goes down. Now it's going to be 4 for 5 for the next 50 seconds, and the Baron buff for Kim. That could be a costly mistake by Bear Jr. Let's see how Kim can capitalize on that. They're pretty far from any of the objectives right now, but that's a long death timer at this point in the game. 35 minutes. And Kim have clawed their way back from a really, really weak early game, from some really great team fighting and shot calling from their side. Syracuse especially, just finding angles to start fights and just ghosting, saying, we don't have a lot of engage on our team, so I'm just going to hit ghost and run at them. And they are just shoving it up mid lane. Here's a nice double knockup. On the high ground is going to go down. Flesh is on a killing spree. Syracuse now gets his ultimate off, and they are just going to back off. Garen is up in 10 seconds, but they have the Baron, and here comes the empowered minions from the Bel'Veth ultimate. Flesh is in the Death Realm. Here's a nice ultimate from Kuzco's Poison. Tizzy goes golden. Kuzco's Poison finally goes down to Tizzy. That's the shutdown for him. Kimpeter goes into the backline. He is engaged on. Tizzy is chrono shifted back to life. Syracuse is just autoing, and Gurg 7 goes down. Bear Jr. kills Nami, but it's not enough. And what a turnaround that was there for Nock is Matthew, as they even the series at 1-1 apiece. Great turnaround there from Nock is Matthew on the backs of really it was, I think, Syracuse and Flesh in the mid game who were kind of bringing their team out of it, plus some really nice Requiems from Tizzy that got some kills and shutdowns. And then just really great macro shot calling as well. Calling out the bluff from Caligma Bobway, saying, hey, if you're going to try to cheese bush this in a jungle, we're just going to all sprint down mid lane and take a free inhibitor to get pressure in that mid wave. Getting the first 2 dragons of the game was key, because the next 3 dragons all went the way of KB, but they weren't able to get soul because the first 2 went to Kim. So despite the early disadvantages and really strong laning again from KB, this time Kim are able to turn around with some really good shot calling and team play. And evening up the series at 1-1. Let's look at these scores here. Kimpeter 7-5-6, Tizzy 8-8-10, Syracuse 7-3-13, very impressive score, and Flesh 5-3-15. on the other side, it was a really, really strong game from Cusco's Poison at first. He ended up 5-7, so ended up dying a lot in the mid to late game. But he was putting on quite a show for a while in the early game. Still had the most gold in the game, I think, from his massive CS in early kills. But very well played to both teams. Brings the series to 1-1, which means I believe that means both teams are 5-1 now after their 4-0 start last week. So we'll see as the week rounds up with the last games on Wednesday if we still have a tie, if the other records for the other teams, if anybody else is going to be approaching their record either. But it was a really fun match here. Um, anyway, yeah, I don't know if they want to do any kind of interviews or anything. Obviously, we don't have player of the games for this Legacy Cup. Plus, it's late. It's after 10 o'clock Central. So I'm just gonna go ahead and call it. Thank you to anybody who was watching. It was a really fun match to cast. That was Caligula Bobway versus Knock is Matthew in the 1-1. Anybody who was playing in the other matches that were going on at the same time, I hope your matches were fun and invigorating. Thanks everybody for watching, and stay tuned for the next round of games that is on Wednesday. And if I don't talk to any of you guys before next weekend, I hope everyone has a great Christmas weekend as well. Always thinking about my brothers during the holidays. This is Packer Diehard, signing out.